In this video, I want to talk about the today's result and the plan of action for September 2024 exams for CA Inter students. Watch this video till the end of the video. Definitely, I am going to give you a 50 days schedule, which if you follow, you know, you have to follow because what I'm going to show you is the right process. I start this with the sentence Karmanye Vadikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. You know what the sentence actually mean is you believe in the right process, do the right process, execute the right process, result will be taken care by the universe, taken care by the God. Don't expect about the result. Today so many students are cleared, so many, like even now on my phone the messages were completely full, the inbox is full, I have to reply, sit and reply. So many have cleared. Extreme congratulations to all of them. At the same time, majority number of students have failed. And immediately when you fail, generally the point is like you feel like as if you lost your life, you feel like as if you lost your life. You know, according to me, you should feel bad about your result only when you have really worked hard, that too in the right process. You have executed rightly the entire this whatever the past before May, like whatever 3.5 months period that you have. You really executed so well, followed right processes, did not follow shortcuts. And in spite of your effort, in spite of so much of hard work, you failed. That is something considerable, and there is a point when that student feels bad. But what about others? Out of like the pass percentages, somewhere around both the groups put together is 20% approx. Remaining 80 out of 180 students failed, right? Out of this 80, I can confidently tell 50 of them would have not even studied, would have not studied properly. So think about, like, just think of your situation itself, think of your case scenario itself. Before exams, the before exam 2 months at least, forget about 3 4 months 6 months, 2 months at least, are you seriously, have you seriously devoted time for the May exams? Your answer comes definitely no. Then tell me, why are you feeling now when you have not executed the right process, when you have not given your enough best efforts? You don't have any right to feel bad about it. Only those who have given right efforts, extremely hard worked, can feel bad about today's result if at all the result is unsuccessful. Thank God the institute has changed the words from pass or fail to successful, unsuccessful. Successful or unsuccessful really indicates, it's a very courageous word. It's a really very good. They in fact passed. Fail is a negative word. Unsuccessful is not a negative word, you know. Getting it? So it's very good that they changed the, the motto, the wordings. So remember this. Believe in right process. Do execute right process. Do what you're supposed to do. Karmanye vadikaraste. You only have to do what you are supposed to do. Whatever you're supposed to do, do it properly. Next, okay, you failed today. Next 60 days, exactly right now 60 days we have. From today, we only have 60 days for the September 12th. Getting it? Now, within the 60 days, what you're going to do is ultimately matters. For that next 60 days, I don't even consider it as 60 days available. I only consider only 50 days you have. That's why I made a very clear title called 50 days preparation strategy. Only 50 days what you have to do. The process should be right. Many of you think like, following a shortcut material, a chart material, a drone material, some shortcut material. You think you qualify very easily. No. There is a saying, even MS Dhoni says many a times, the easiest route to success is the right process. Follow the right process, which is the easiest route to success. You have never read the ICA material and blame that it is tough, it is lengthy, it is tough to read, it is tough to cover, difficult to cover. You blame it. You have never read it, in fact. You read once and see. You try that once for one full chapter and see. You will change your opinion. Your perception will change because the amount of clarity that you are getting, that is different. When a short material is there, you read it. Well, how many times you read a particular chapter in a short material? 5 times you have to read in order to remember the content, understand the content thoroughly. But a right material, correct, full, comprehensive material, you read only twice, enough. If you follow the right process, the repetition reduces. You follow the wrong process, repetition increases. At the end of the day, the time taken for both the processes, whether it's a shortcut or a right process, takes the same. And when though both of them takes the same time, the probability of success is very high when you follow the right process. You follow the right process, your success probability will be very high. Immediately you may say, sir, many of my friends and seniors also qualified by using a shortcut material. They might have qualified. I told, right, I never said that they fail. You follow a shortcut material, you will fail. I'm not saying that. But the probability of success, chances will reduce. You need to work extremely hard there. For September 2024, we are exactly having 50 days. You don't have any right to experiment now. You don't have any right to experiment now. Forget, especially those who are coming from old scheme now. Those who are for the first time registered under fresh, like first timer in the May 24. I don't think, your mindset is different. Especially those who are coming from old scheme, once in 6 months exams will be there. Generally, the time what happens is after results, 3 months time will be there. 3.5 months will be their time. But now it is not. We only have 50 days time. You may say 60, but 10 days. I know definitely you are not going to be productive for 10 days. 50 days only you have productive time according to me. Only 50 days. So you should stop experimenting. I am going to give you 5 rules to follow. Believe in this process. Just check with your friends, seniors, anybody, whoever. Can we trust Ramharsha sir process? You just go and ask. 99.99% you will not get the answer no. You only feel you only get the answer yes. Even those students who failed after following this process also, they support me still. Why? Because they failed not because of this process, because of the execution they followed, because of the execution failure. This process, I'm telling you, this is not hard. Every day, if you're able to dedicate 12 hours, why is it 12 hours? Every time in your previous videos, you used to say 9-10 hours only. But why 12 hours now? Because we only have less number of days. There is a technique which I follow. Suppose if I have a work to be completed in so and so time. If at all the time gap is very high, I will work every day, little and take proper rest. If I don't have time, I work aggressively that full day, like within shortest time I complete most amount of work, then I will take a break. There are 2 approaches. Simultaneously working and taking break, or work more and take break at a time. Now you have to follow the second approach. Next 50 days you have to prepare your mindset, prepare your mind, make up your mind like this. Next 50 days, it's not for any other stuff except education, except the CA Inter, one group. Again, only one group you have to target. Remember, I'm not talking about both the group students. If at all, is it possible to clear within the next 2 months both the groups? It depends upon the level of command you have already on the both the groups. Like now what I'm going to tell you is, I am going to talk about those students, getting it, who feel, sir, I don't know why I failed. I studied, when I'm writing exam, somewhere I'm lacking conceptual clarity, somewhere I'm not able to understand questions. For these kinds of students, what I'm going to tell you is start from scratch. Rule number 1, start from scratch. Assume that you are a fresher. Don't do repairs. Don't do repair to your existing learning. Start from scratch. Feel as if you're a fresher. For a one particular group, you may be having a pending one group, or you may be having both the groups pending. Take one group. Follow these 5 rules, what I'm going to tell you. Carefully you implement it. Believe me, with respect to this one group, I will give you an assurance of 99% success rate. Provided your execution is proper. Provided you follow these 5 rules proper. Believe me and believe in yourself. The time that we have right now is 50 days, which is absolutely sufficient. And you know what? You are not a first timer, technically speaking. You already have an exposure to the subject. You already gave an exam, or you are about to give the exam, but you already have an exposure. Technically speaking, you need not start from scratch. But still, I am telling you to start from scratch because with already existing expertise you have, whatever the existing knowledge, existing exposure you have. Once again, if you start from scratch, what happens? You finish much more quicker than earlier. This is the most proven process. Today, some students are messaging me saying that after 8 attempts, I passed today, I qualified today. After 6 attempts, I qualified. After 5 attempts, they qualified. And everybody said along with that one word, I followed your start from scratch strategy. You need to start from scratch. Now, by the way, entire syllabus you need to read? No need. Only 3/4 syllabus you have to. Only 3/4 syllabus. You have to start from scratch. Like, what do you mean by start from scratch? Means nothing but, like, generally what happens when a student fails and planning to appear for the next attempt, what generally they do is, suppose, for example, take a subject called accounts or financial management, some subject you take. Whatever chapters they think they're very good at, they ignore it. Whatever chapters they did not cover earlier, they sit and do prepare again. Those chapters, they give more amount of time to them. And 1.5 months, they'll waste time in this. And next, when the exams are about to come near, then they will revise old chapters which they think they're very good at. That is not correct. Because by the time, as the time pass by, old whatever chapters you read earlier, though you feel you're perfect, you will be forgetting a lot. You will not be able to retrieve it very quickly. So what I tell you is, start from scratch. What do you mean by that? Do self-preparation completely 100%. Take ICA books and do self-preparation. It will not take much amount of time. By the way, self-preparation means, are you liable to cover 100% syllabus? No. Only 3/4 syllabus. Only 75% of the syllabus as a whole. 75% syllabus only, not even 100% syllabus. 75% syllabus. Don't worry. Wait. Don't conclude. I'm continuing. If at all you think self-preparation is something doubtful, if at all you think self-preparation is like you are not confident of, or you want some guidance, a guided way of preparation is required, then come under subscription model. Come to us. We will give you a timetable. We will give you the schedule. Next 2 months, what you have to do, we will direct you. Right now only, I'm going to tell you. Right now itself, I'm going to tell you what exactly you have to do in the next 50 days. Again, I'll be coming up with a couple of videos in the next 1-2 days. Getting it? Where I'll be educating you on how to implement this timetable, all that. Getting it? Come with us. Right Coaching Institute. Right Coaching Institute. Yes, I can proudly tell you, we Sreshta is finest coaching institute in online. Okay, we give you, like, you plan 2 months. We have 2 months, right? So you can open our website, sreshtaforcacma.com. Subscription model is there. Group 1 subscription model is there. Group 2 is there. You just buy the course, 1 month validity. All the subjects, all the videos, you have access. Any group 1 or group whatever it is. But it's not about buying the course, just watching randomly the chapters. No, that is not the thing you have to do. You have to follow our timetable. We will give you the timetable. Suppose, no, sir, I don't want to take coaching, sir. Okay, I'm okay. I can manage on my own, sir. Can you give a schedule? The same schedule you can follow. Here I'm giving you a schedule. This is actually a 90 days schedule. Here it is actually a 90 days schedule. But the time available for you is only 50 days. This is a 93-day schedule. Out of this 93 days, approximately, I can say some 16 to 20 days breaks were given. So technically speaking, this is a 70-day schedule. You see, day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 7 is break. Day 14 is break. Getting it? So this is actually a 93-day schedule. You have to, what you have to do, what you have to do here, actually, as per our schedule, every day you need to watch 6 hours classes. For example, you see, day 1, you need to watch advanced accounting and GST, 3.5, 2.5, totally 6 hours class. Day 2, advanced accounting, GST, you need to watch 6 hours. Day 3, you need to watch 6 hours. Day 4, you need to watch 6 hours. Day 5, you need to watch 6 hours. Now what you have to do, this is a 93-day schedule, right? Same schedule you take, but convert this schedule into 60 days. How to do this? I can do that and give it to you, but it will take little time for us. So what I'm going to tell you is, day 1, day 2, day 3. I'll just a minute. Day 1, day 2, day 3. 3 days schedule, you have to cover it in 2 days. 3 days schedule, you have to cover it in 2 days, which means day 1, you have to watch 9 hours class. Day 2, you have to watch 9 hours class, so that as per this schedule, you are covering day 1, day 2, day 3. So what you have to do, very simple, take a print of this schedule. Take a print of this particular schedule. Take a print of this. Okay, like group 1, if you are a group 1 student, group 1 schedule. If at all you are a group 2 student, group 2 schedule. Wait, don't conclude anything. Listen till the end. You are going to understand beautifully how to implement, what to do exactly the next 50 days. Getting it? So, day 1, day 2, day 3, put together some number of hours are there. You have to cover these in 2 days. So, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 1, day 2. These 3 put together as for September 18, 2 days only. Day 4, day 5, day 6. These T put together, D3 and D4. You have to renumber it. So like this, if you renumber this entire timetable, believe me, you are going to cover this entire 100% syllabus within 50 days, 50 working days, excluding holidays. As I said, 50 days. Now every day you have to watch how many hours? 9 hours only. 9 hours you have to watch. Suppose, sir, I don't want to watch the class, sir, I want to read on my own. What is the schedule? Same topics you read. 9 hours you read. Plus 3 hours for revision. 3 hours for revision. So every day you have to sit. Every day you have to dedicate 12 hours of your time. No need of 15 hours, 16 hours. Dedicate 12 hours of your time. 9 hours of classes or self-preparation. 3 hours of revision. If you are able to follow this 12-hour approach for the next 50 days, 600 hours is there in your hand, which means no matter how your result of May attempt, no matter whether you are poor at subject or expert at subject, all that doesn't matter. Start from scratch. Start from scratch. Believe me, when you're watching our classes, especially, watch at standard speed. If you're watching YouTube videos, watch at standard speed. I see this foolish thing in many students where they're watching at higher playback speed. They're playing the video at 1.5x or 2x speed just to finish it faster. What is the objective of watching a video? To learn something out of it or to finish the video. You are finishing the video. You are not learning anything out of the video. Watch at standard speed, man. You will understand the beauty of the class only in the standard speed. You absorb better. You remember for a long period if you watch classes at standard speed. Why many students feel face-to-face class is effective? Because it is at standard speed. So watch at standard speed. You will absorb better. You remember better. You retain better. Revision takes lesser time for you. If you watch at higher playback speed, you can't. You will have to watch it again and again to connect with it. If you watch at standard speed, one time you watch, you will get a connection. Connecting with the subject, absorbing the content, understanding the content is the most important thing when you're watching the videos. So rule number 1, start from scratch. Whatever schedule we have given, whatever classes we have given, follow that. Very simple. You open our applications, rest of a CACM application, you will find group 1, group 2. For example, you just open CA Inter subscription course, you open, you see here group 1. We have complete recordings which are available. Here itself you can find CA Inter video index, schedule also it is there. Remember, the schedule is for 93 days. So whatever schedule here we have given for 3 days, you have to cover it in 2 days. 93 days schedule, you have to cover it in 61 days. Within 61 days, 11 days are holidays. 50 days only you have to technically cover. 50 days only you have to technically cover. Getting it? So start from scratch. Believe in this. Don't repair. Believe in this process. Go further. Implement it from immediate effect. See the September exam, your performance. Then, when you're reading materials, also read comprehensive materials. Comprehensive material, when you're reading, what happens is you repeat entire content whenever you're reading, you absorb better. When you read from short materials, what happens? Maybe for taxation, I agree. But for other subjects, theory subjects especially, reading from charts is prohibited. In charts notes, most of the matter is skipped. As the paragraph is squeezed into a sentence. Because of that, what happens is you read that sentence, when you go to the exam and read a full-fledged MCQ on that, where they are using full sentences, you can't correlate what you read and what is being asked. You can't correlate. Many students are struggling a lot in MCQs just because of the chart books they are reading. Then, so rule number 1, start from scratch. Rule number 2, read comprehensive materials. Rule number 3, watch at standard speed. And 4th rule, most important rule now, never ever look at test series or revision exams. No. Test series revision exams are not at all suitable for 90% of the students. Only 10% of the students test series and revision exams are suitable. Who? They are conceptually very good at all the subjects, all the concepts. They already completed coaching super successfully, no lag in that, or they did self preparation completely thoroughly, super clarity they have. They just have to revise once and go and test how they perform, how they are presenting. They just want to test themselves how they learned. For them only it is suitable. 90% of the students, they have never finished proper coaching. They never went to proper coaching. They never had proper conceptual clarity on the subject. Getting it? By the way, so that's why what I tell is never go for test series or revision exams. If at all you want to study with a crowd, a number of students, there are many study halls available. Study hours are being organized by some coaching institutes. You can happily attend study hours. I am not against study hours. I am against the exam pattern. Weekly exam they conduct, right? That is prohibited. Test series every week, some or many institutes are conducting. That is prohibited. Never go for this. Never go for this, because in the process of writing every week, every target exam, you are not reading the full subject. You are reading slightly, going and writing exam. Somehow you are performing. Again, focusing on the next week syllabus, next week exam you are writing, ignoring the current week, whatever the old week. That whatever you are not 100% correct. You are not 100% confident on this particular first week syllabus. You are ignoring it. So don't go for test series, which is a chasing kind of game. No, it will not work. And most important, take adequate breaks. Every day, I told you, 12 hours you have to study. Getting it? 12 hours you have to study. How you should study? 6 hours of sleep, you keep it at night. Night, you just have to sleep 6 hours, night time. In the daytime, you have to sleep 1 plus 1, 2 times. You have to sleep 1 plus 1 or 30, 30, 30, 30. Means 4 set of 30 minutes you have to sleep, or 2 sets of 1 hour you have to sleep. So totally in a day 8 hours of sleep. 4 hours for your entertainment, daily chores, whatever it is. Then remaining 12 hours. These 12 hours need not be continuous. Suppose you are waking up at 7 a.m. in the morning. Get ready by 7:30. 7:30 to 9:30, one slot. Within this, 10 minutes break is required. 50 minutes you studied. 10 minutes break. Again 50 minutes to 1 hour you study. Now here 30 minutes break. Again 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Within this 10 to 12, 10 minutes break is required. Like this, make a schedule in such a way that for every 1 hour of study, minimum 10 minutes of break is required. I in fact recommend for 40 minutes, for every 40 minutes, 10 minutes is required. So if at all for every 40 minutes, 10 minutes break, if at all you're able to take, prepare a schedule like that and do follow that. If possible, I myself design a schedule like that and then give it to you. So take adequate breaks. If you follow these, if at all you implement these changes, believe me, you're going to do super. And by the way, one important point, most important point I think I need to cover. Am I liable to cover 100% syllabus? No need. We are giving you a list of what are the chapters you can keep it as a last priority. Suppose you take accounting. These are the chapters that you must cover as a part of first priority chapters. These are all must. This is called 3/4 preparation strategy. What is a 3/4 preparation strategy? In exam, you are having weightage of 120. You only have to give 100 marks. 100 also not required. You give 85 marks properly, you can get 70 plus. Today, some students messaged me saying, sir, I wrote audit 65, I got 55. Tax, I wrote only 73, I got 64. How? It's about perfection. There are some students who wrote 110 marks. They got only 15. It's not for how many marks you attempt. How many marks you attempted perfectly, that is most important. So, paper is for 120. I request you to write only for 85 to 90 marks only. Maximum 80 only. If at all you want to write more than 80, that is your choice. 80 only you have to write. 40 marks of syllabus, you can take it as choice. So what in there, see what is choice? See what is this 3/4 strategy? In the entire syllabus, only 3/4 syllabus you have to study. 1/4 you should leave. You should leave. That should I completely leave. Don't touch. In every subject, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, group 1. Paper 4, paper 5, paper 6, group 2. In every subject of that group, 3/4 of subject, 3/4 of law, 3/4 of tax, 3/4 of P1, 3/4 of P2, 3/4 of P3. You complete this. Till you have time, then touch the remaining 1/4. First, your target in every subject is covering 3/4 syllabus. Now, in this timetable, whatever I'm given you, we have covered 100% topics, 100% chapters, 100% everything is covered. Whatever chapters in this PDF, whatever chapters I'm telling you in this PDF, whatever chapters that are covered in last priority, don't touch. If it comes in the timetable somewhere in the middle, don't touch that, because that's a last priority chapter. So for accounts, for law, what chapters are most important, what chapters are least priority, we have given you. Now immediately, sir, last priority means no questions. Obviously questions will come, but you will not attempt. Why, sir? How come, sir? Sir, amalgamation, consolidation, branch, all put together 30 to 40 marks weightage. Okay, you are studying remaining 80 marks, no? Remaining 80, you be perfect, man. You can score 70 plus. How come 70, sir? If I attempt 80, 100 marks, 99 people are getting. Many students are getting 98, 97, 95 for 100 marks. Can't you get 70 for 70 out of 80 marks attempted? Oh, forget about 70. 50 also you can't get out of 80. Believe in perfection. So for every subject, P2, P3, income tax, even GST, even costing, audit, financial management, strategic management, I have made 3/4 preparation strategy. Nothing but you have to cover only first priority chapters. Now some students say, sir, ABC analysis should I follow? Never follow ABC analysis. What is ABC analysis? You take one chapter called overheads. Inside that, A category, B category, C category. Fixed overhead variance, C category. That only comes in exam. What will you do? You studied all the chapters. In every chapter, 2/3, 3/4, 2/3, 3/4 you studied. Correctly in exam, in every chapter, that 1/3 which you didn't study only came. What will you do? ABC analysis is very dangerous. Don't follow. Instead, what I tell you, leave the chapter itself, few chapters, leave it. Remaining you be perfect. No. So you can attempt 80 marks perfectly. No. Remaining all this chapter, overheads, no ABC, 100% you should read. So whatever question comes in over it, you can answer. This is 3/4 preparation strategy. So powerful strategy, I'm telling you. I will exclusively upload one more video on 3/4 preparation strategy. So this is only what you have to do in the next 50 days, and for which I'm showing you this PDF. This PDF related link, so you can download this PDF. I will give you this link in the below YouTube video, whatever YouTube video you're watching. Below I'll give you in the link. I'll pin the comment and I'll give you the link. Just download it. So these schedules you can download from our subscription courses. Like very simple. Opens rest of a CA and CMA website. I'll just show you how to download this. Courses you go, CA Inter you go. Okay, inside this subscription model you select. So here you see group 1. Inside this, inside group 1 you will find group 1 timetable. You see, you will find group 1 timetable. So inside group 2 course, you will find group 2 course timetable. Remember, the timetable covers 93 days. You have to convert it into 61 days. Out of 60 days, 10 days break only. 50 days only you will have schedule. So whatever in the timetable 3 days topics are there, you have to cover it in 2 days. Remember. So long story short. So what I'm trying to convey, failure is something that is not in your hand. Success is something that is not in your hand, but following the right process, following the right ways, that is in your hand. Believe in right process. Even if you do not follow right process, you may succeed, but the probability of success is very low there. So where the probability of success is very high, in the right process. So 5 rules. Rule number 1, you have to start from scratch, read comprehensive materials, watch at standard speed, no test series or revision exams, take adequate breaks, and either do self-preparation or come to a subscription model. Coaching is there. Believe me, if you take coaching with us, it is not like some students, sir, if I listen to class, when should I prepare? Array, listening classes itself is a preparation, man. What? Listening classes is different, preparation different. In listening classes, what are you getting actually? We are telling you what is investment decision, what is capital budgeting, what is NPV, how to calculate NPV, this how to calculate NPV. We are explaining everything. This itself is a preparation. So 9 hours watch class, 3 hours revision. If watching classes you feel like time taking, you already have decent knowledge, all that, do self preparation 100%. Take IC material, follow these chapters only, prepare only first category chapters, ignore second category chapters, last priority chapters, don't even touch. until you cover all the subjects of first category chapters, first priority chapters. That's it. I just want to convey this, and I hope I clearly explained you what to do in the next 50 days. Remember, you have adequate time. Believe me, you have adequate time for single group. Now some students, sir, I want to plan both groups. Can you give a schedule to it? I won't give. It is not possible technically both the groups in the next 2 months. Unless you are very good at already both the groups. Maybe at the edge you failed in the recent May attempt. Now you still want to take both the groups only. Then 1 month, fully stick to single group. Revise it thoroughly, full entire group. If you revise entire single group thoroughly, fully, you're very confident, you can go and write exam and qualify, you got that confidence, then start the other group. Don't study both the groups simultaneously right now. Study one group, finish it off fully. After finishing up, depending upon the time, then pick up the other group. I'm not asking you to, I'm not stopping you to write both the groups. First focus one group, clear it off, finish it off first. Then if you have time, no, before September, then start reading second group also, other group also. That's it. So think carefully, be wise, choose whatever classes that you're going to enroll or whatever pattern that you're going to follow, whatever study plan that you're going to follow, choose wisely. Don't blindly jump into just because remaining 10 friends are jumping into it. Use your brain, take decision consciously. All the very best, do well.